Hi, I wanted to share my experience with Indian customs today, and I'll give you a little bit of background. So, these were products from our Indiegogo campaign. This is a crowdfunding campaign, and there's no guarantee in a crowdfunding campaign that you'll actually receive the product. So, it was many months before I actually put the order in place. I think it was in October, and I got the product in January. So I'll go into a little bit of the details. The products were shipped from Hong Kong, both of them, even though it was some American thing, and I didn't know where they were going to be shipped from. I'll give you details about both the products. So one was shipped, it was a $50 value marked, and it was shipped by the courier TNT, around 12 kilos, or maybe 12 kilos is the weight of the product. These are all blenders, okay, and so I have these blenders that I keep ordering, and this was my experience. So these blenders I ordered, that first was $50 and $50 value marked, and the customs amount that I was charged by TNT, that is the courier in this case, and it took a long time for it to clear, probably because there was Christmas and New Year in between, and it all added up to really pushing the date further. But apart from that, if you look at the whole process, they took around 15 days to. It was stored in the Bangalore customs. I mean, in Hyderabad. So in Bangalore customs, 15 days it was stuck, or it was held just for normal processes, and finally it got cleared, and I had to pay a customs amount of around 2,600. So if you look at the past, I actually have ordered items since I've been ordering since 2008, and there was no customs, there was no KYC requirement in 2008, 2010. I think that's when it started. They ask for your ID and address proof to be uploaded, and then all this. This system has started at that point of time, and recently with GST, so the customs amount, if I looked at the receipts, and the actual customs amount is quite less. It's maybe 900 or so, or something like that. But if you look at the GST amount, IGST, they're charging 28%, which is then adding up to another 1,000 rupees. I don't know how much it is, but it should not be 1,000. If the customs is 900, the 28% of 900 is what they are charging, or I think they did. So at the end of the day, finally, what happened was there was a 600 rupees charge for storage in this particular shipment. I'm talking about shipment number one, which is white TNT and $50 and 12 kilos. So it was charged 2,600, 500 for clearance. So these TNT people or any courier that you use, they are basically using the forwarding, they're doing the forwarding on your behalf and they're charging you for that. So that's a service that they offer. Whether you like it or not, this is a mandatory thing, you have to pay for it. Secondly, storage, again, they stored it in the warehouse for 15 days and they also gave me a receipt for that. In that, I don't know what sense it makes, but they did give me a receipt for that. I don't really need it, but they did. Thirdly, the total amount I paid was 2,600. So 1100 rupees was basically this charge that was charged by the courier company itself. Storage 600 plus 500 was the charges for clearance. So 1100 remaining whatever it was there was customs duty plus GST. And GST was not there before. If I recall, I have ordered other things as well, and I don't recall paying any GST on that on those items whatsoever. So I think that this has now been added to discourage imports and support Make in India initiatives. The second product I ordered was marked at $65, and the product has been sent again from Hong Kong. It was again a blender, and around 7-8 kilos. This time it was shipped by FedEx, and surprisingly, FedEx these people shipped it, and within 2 days, this item was in my house. Like I got it in 2 days. So the clearance for FedEx took like a day, one day. That's it. Like it didn't take longer than that. It just took one day, and the day it came to India, and the next day it was cleared. So one day, and it was just shipped home, and I received it at 3 o'clock the same day. Again, this was also 2,600 in duty amount paid, and I figured out that there was no storage charge in this particular case because probably it's only one day, so they didn't store it. There is some grace period that they give you. I don't know whether it's 48 hours or whatever it is, but there is a grace period, so they don't charge you for storage if it's less than a particular time period. So how do you pay the duty amount? Duty amount is usually paid in cash to the particular person who arrives to give you a shipment. In my particular case, in the case of TNT, they actually sent me an email which said you'll pay cash, NEFT, and something else. But on the phone, the bank said only cash. So probably because it's a bigger headache for them as well to reconcile all the data. And furthermore, usually what happens is, and this is experience with my brother, who ordered some whey protein and the duty amount was due. Other guy called and asked, "Sir, this amount is there. Are you there? Are you ready?" And then this guy, and then you say that no, can I pay online? And then that entire process of paying online took 3, 4 extra days because they had to confirm accounting department. Accounting department sits somewhere; it's not in the local office. So this entire ordeal was unnecessary and uncalled for. If he just had paid cash, which was a small amount of 2,600 or so, which my brother also paid at that point of time, maybe 2,200, it would have saved him a lot of time, and he would have got the product faster. That was in Aramex, by the way. So this was shipped by FedEx, and I got this. So I was overall more happy with FedEx's service than TNT's service. TNT is also owned by FedEx in the US. I don't know if the Indian operations are still running using TNT, but overall the service has been not so fabulous in case of TNT. I wouldn't say it's bad, but just looking at my experience, which was like 15 days unnecessarily stuck in the customs for no reason. I mean, they're already charging me 500 rupees clearance fee, so you can might as well get it cleared fast. Why wait so many days to get it cleared? I don't know how the process works, but I know that all of you also may have similar questions and a lot of these things. So I created a Facebook group, and you can just go to customsclearance.in. I'll just put the link in the description. Customsclearance.in. So that's the website. You just go there, it'll direct you to the Facebook group that I have created, and you can actually ask questions about customs and you'll get some answers. Please bear in mind that this customs group, the first few people that wanted to join the customs group were customs officials, but there's nothing to hide here because frankly they know everything, and you can just ask any kind of questions knowing that they are also there, and they are also tech savvy nowadays. It's not like those old days where these guys didn't know what was happening in the real world, and us cyber geeks used to figure out certain things and not allow these people to know. But that's no longer the case. But I still think it'll help because you go to a wide spectrum of people. A lot of people are there. A lot of people can you can ask questions to, and it'll really help. So I think you can just go ahead and do this. Uh, that's all from my side. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments, and I'll see if I can answer them, or you can just put them in the group. You can get some answers. Bye bye.